Hello my dear friends. Today I'm going to be doing another review of the Olfactif fragrance sampler. This is the December offering from 2015. Exquisitely packaged and smoldering was the keyword for December. 3 scents are being featured. And I'm going to begin with rough evaluations of the wet fragrance, and then as they dry a bit, I will revisit each fragrance. Beginning with Scent Intense from Costume National. This fragrance has notes of amber, woodlands, jasmine, mother of pearl, and hibiscus. There's some interesting grit to the aroma. It's a nice middling characteristic that I'm enjoying. With floral top notes, I'm hoping that the depth unfolds a bit more as it dries. It's not a clean scent, it's muddied somewhat. Maybe it's the amber base that's giving it a stronger, more forthright character. Okay, as it dries, we're going to now have a quick evaluation of Otus and Me by Jasmine Sarai, with notes of black pepper, bergamot, cardamom, Turkish rose, incense, and coffee grains. Okay then. A very strong and upfront character. The peppery notes are dominating the spectrum at this moment. Very spicy and missing a mid-note. There's a characteristic here mostly of unsettled spice all around the top portion of the aroma. It really is like a rainbow of spice. I'm hoping that a base note becomes more clear to really round out that mixture of intense food spice. Okay, from Laudano Nero, from Tiziana Terenzi, the aroma, Laudano Nero, with a long list of notes here: wormwood, cognac, rosemary, tobacco, myrtle, amber, red rose, black locust, honey, cedar, iris, sandalwood, ash, slate, cashmere, laurel, incense, camphor, oud, wood, vetiver, musk, oak, vanilla, and labdanum. Alright then, and this is the only offering that is a kind of a dark straw color. Let's see here. Yes, a very complex and rich, buzzy note. It's interfering with my mind a bit. There's so much going on. It's like sinking down into a couch that may or may not be stained with body fluids. It's got a middling band of aroma, middle high, without a pronounced top note or a bass note. But it does have a strong anchor-like pull into the nether regions. Wild and fabric-like. It's It's like the mingling of, even the clean note on paper, it's like the mingling of flesh that has been rubbing up against a thick fabric for a long while. And not a muslin, like a thick, warm, hunter green fabric. It's not to say that it has leathery notes or anything, it's just like, it's got this intense aroma of bodies as its base note. On top, we're having a lot more fun with a strange array of scents. Okay, now I'm going to move forward into the secondary evaluation, the drier notes, beginning once again with scent intense. Ooh, I'm liking this one quite a lot now. Of the notes, I'm mostly getting the amber and the woodlands. There's a freshness here, kind of an oceanic spray, more of a mist. Very clean and tantalizing. Just in the very center of the aroma, at the core, there is like a heavy weight there, but it's not dragging anything down. It's bound in all directions by these very clean aromas. So not so bad at all. Seems like a daytime fragrance to me. Good. Now back to Otus and Me for the dried effect. Now it's taking on like a flea market vibe. A dingy, dust-encrusted goblet, something that you would find you don't quite know where it has been sourced or in what derelict state. It's called home. It's got a weird situation, like you're in weird environs. You don't really know the motives of those around you or where the objects have been sourced. It also has kind of a muddy citrus that's taking the fore now. So the spice and the citrus as the top note is just really burdened by the aromas that are coming into play on the lower half of the scale. Still doesn't really have too much of a bottom end. It's just like this washed out middling layer and the flea market top. Although initially really interesting. The bergamot spice kick really isn't doing it for me anymore. Okay. Now back to Laudano Nero. I do like that it's named Nero after an emperor. It's like being at a bazaar. You can hear the jangling bells on the ankles of the people walking around you. It has a strong low middle band that forms a very, very dense and unapproachable bottom end. Kind of a mortar, like a wall scent, more brick and dust than wood or stone. And resting right on top of that, like icing, is this Ooh, it's almost as if like paint has been poured right over the top and it's dripping down onto the brickwork. So it's still has kind of a puzzling characteristic. I am noting the strong liquor notes, a strong mix of botanicals. Very rich and well developed. I would think that after this has been on for an hour or so, the duller hit would be more pleasing. This is a nighttime aroma. Yeah, it's strong. It's got an enveloping characteristic, like hugging someone at the bazaar, and then there's a strange fruit seller nearby, and someone selling metal wares. So overall, a very mixed showing today. Smoldering. I quite like the first and third scents. The middle one, I think, given the right situation, it would be really pleasant. But that situation, it's really not coming to mind right now. But luxuriating in this Laudano Nero, it's giving me the impression of debauchery. Dusk is approaching. You're surrounded by people you don't know very well. And scent intense, light and clean, very fresh, very approachable, very beautiful. Alright, there we have it. We're going to close the book on these 3 fragrance offerings. Wonderful subscription box. They do have, this is the unisex version, they do have one specifically marketed towards males. Fascinating. Great.